Let's talk about energy because it is the best performing sector on the week. It's up 4%. A lot of focus on crude. Obviously watching the Middle East and the impact on the crude trade. Brent going to 90 yesterday. You bought Dominion Energy.
Okay, but that's a utility.
I know it's utility, yeah. But let's sort of focus more broadly on energy itself.
Okay.
Trades that make sense right now. I just use that as a vehicle to get to you.
Thank you.
Why did you buy that now?
Okay.
For the yield, for the dividend?
For the dividend. So Dominion is ultimately a regulated utility that focuses primarily in Virginia and South Carolina. If you're watching and you're like, wait, no, it's way more complex than that. It was way more complex than that under the old CEO. Old CEO resigned, sadly passed away of cancer. Once he left, they had to do a big strategic review, shaved off a ton of businesses. In that process, shareholders were really rattled, fairly so. Stock goes from 90 to like 48 where it is today. And there's been a lot of change. Then on March 1st, they finally did this investor day. And at the investor day, we got a clear look at what's going forward. So going forward, here's what you've got. You've got a very de-risked, regulated utility that serves two markets that are booming. If you look at Virginia, and I don't really want this to be a catalyst for Dominion, but if you look at Virginia, their population's booming, their use of data centers and the data center, which take up a ton of electricity, they're all in Virginia. That's good for Dominion. And then you've got a management team that just said we expect earnings to grow at 5 to 7%. I think that might be aggressive. If it grows at 3 to 5%, that's fantastic. And they double down on the dividend, so you've got a 5.5% yield. Stock's trading at 13.5 times 2025 earnings, which is, I think, what you look at. Decent discount to peers. So I send out my note to clients, and the immediate response from my client Richard down in Florida is not exciting. And I wrote back, sometimes boring is beautiful. So I think we'll make a nice return on this, but it is not exciting.
All right. We will take making money's exciting no matter what you think about the stock.